So the next movie we have up is Compton's Finest. This movie was released in 2018. It was directed by Dale Steely, and it stars Charles Malik Whitfield, Cisco Reyes, with appearances by Lawrence Hilton Jacob and comedian LeVar Crawford. Let's roll the clip and get at this.
Perimeter is locked down and secured.
It's all right!
Who the hell are you?
Detective Vargas, Detective Blackman.
I'm the man in charge. I don't even appreciate that. That's almost backward profiling.
Seems like somebody had a rough night sleeping last night. You slept in the car again?
No, what makes you say that? Don't make me break into my own house.
Don't make me call the police on you.
The police on the who? It's police.
Silk Delgado is on his way back to Compton. He's not coming alone.
I got some new
Don't worry about it. It takes a lot to get me high.
Come here. I don't know, man, but I'm getting the out of here.
Do you know what PIMP stands for?
No.
It stands for the power in my palm.
Slow water pimping. Turn your ass around.
How much bread is that?
500,000. And don't let him get in the house.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Back is gone, man.
Come out with your hands up. It's the police.
We're gonna get this scumbag.
God! No! I've been hit! Oh, Lord, I've been hit. Help me, Jesus. I've been hit all in my buttocks.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut.
In a nutshell, this movie was horrible. This movie had nothing going for it whatsoever. The script was terrible. The acting was terrible. The story, I honestly was looking at the movie and going, what is going on? It had comedians in it, and there were a lot of jokes in it, and none of the jokes was funny. I didn't laugh one time. The thing about it is that if you have a really stupid movie and a crazy script, and if you're making a horror movie, no matter how bad it is, it's good if it's scary. If you're making a comedy, no matter how bad it is, it's good if it makes people laugh. This did nothing. It was stupid. It was predictable. It didn't make any sense. I hated it. It was, I couldn't make any sense out of it. I couldn't follow the story. It made no sense. It was stupid. It was not believable. It was full of stereotypes and hokey nonsense. That's all I have to say. It's not even good to look at, to make fun of. There's nothing about it that I liked. Terrible. And it ain't even good and terrible, just terrible. Just bad, bad, bad. I'm done.
I got a slightly different take than Gary. I hated this shit. Don't get me wrong. This was the worst. This was some bullshit now. But I saw what it was trying to go. I think it was a great idea when it was living in the minds of whoever came up with this shit. But they gave it to a director and a writer, and they totally just shit the bed with it. The actors was the worst acting I ever seen in my life. And don't get me wrong. I understand independent filmmaking, and I understand not having a budget because I go through it and everybody goes through it. But if you got a good story, like Gary said, if you got a good story and you can make me laugh, I don't care what your lighting looks like. I don't care what your camera work is like. Give me a story that I can follow that makes sense. And that has nothing to do with money. That just has to do with talent. And whoever created this shit had absolutely no talent whatsoever. This was a horrible movie. There were moments that I laughed. I don't know. You took my man Boom Boom Freddie Boom Boom Washington, Coach Cheese, and you put him in this movie and destroyed his career, in my opinion. LaVar Crawford did a wonderful job in trying to save the movie, but even his work couldn't save it. This was like Bad Boys meet some bullshit. They were trying to be Bad Boys. They were trying to be a bunch of other things. The comedy didn't work. Nothing seemed to work in this movie. And the motherfuckers took motherfucking $4.99 out of my money, man.
There's nothing to go back and forth on this one. It was terrible. And like I said before, some movies are good and terrible, meaning they're so bad and there's so many things that you can see, even to make fun of, that is worth watching, even streaming. This has none of it.
And I'm trying to figure out who greenlit this shit, who gave them the money to do this shit, and two, who in the fuck told them that it was okay to put this shit out for human consumption? Because we should not have to look at this shit and endure this, motherfucker. And you even told me that they had a red carpet, right?
Yeah, they actually had a red carpet, and I said, "Who? You know what this is, Joe? This is what I was saying the other day. This to me is what you call, and you kind of alluded to it with Waves and Sterling K. Brown. This is a mortgage is due movie, because I'm quite sure that with these actors, one of the actor Malik Whitfield, he was in the Temptations movie. He's actually a working actor for years. You know what I'm saying? And I like him. But obviously, when he saw the script, he said, "Hell no!" And then he looked over and saw that mortgage bill and said, "I do it." Because there's no way anybody in their right mind who cares about their career would do some bullshit like this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's all. Well, there's really not much to say about this movie. I suggest that you don't watch it because it costs you $4.99. So I took the hit. Gary took the hit. We took the hit, so you don't have to.
And there you go. Oh,
so I give this movie shit. I want to give it a good and terrible, but giving it a good and terrible would probably say it's good. But this shit was good and terrible without the good.
Yeah,
it was just terrible.
It does not deserve a good and terrible because, like I said, good and terrible is something that's so bad it's good. It's actually worth watching. There's nothing worth watching. So I'll
say on this, I'll give this shit no gorilla. You don't even get a gorilla on this one.
Okay, you know what? I second that. No gorillas.
You get no gorillas on this one. You did. This one was horrible. We're gonna move on. I don't even suggest you guys even try to challenge us on this and say that you want to see it for yourself. Don't do it.
Yes. What he said, that part.
Moving on to the next one.
On to the next one.
John Henry.
Now, hold on. Before we get into this, I want y'all to see me. Hold on. Let me take this out. And this is the middle of the damn day. You can see the sun. I got to pour me a drink for this one right here. Woo! This is a little wine cooler. It ain't nothing. However,